Now, Breaking Bad in the universe has had some hateable, annoying characters. From Hank, specifically Season 1 Hank, Walt Jr., sometimes Marie. However, there's one character who's almost universally made fun of and hated, that being Walter White's wife, Skyler.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Stop it, please, I beg you!
Now, I kind of want to defend her actions and personality a little bit, so here I go. Now, first off, she does have some annoying parts to her character, which I think are very intentional. For example, she shows this kind of lack of interest in Walt, whether in the first episode giving him a hand job, but doing so with no joy or love, and because of this lack of interest in him, when he becomes more interesting due to her being used to Walt's mundane, boring life, she acts like she did with Jesse.
My name is Skyler White, yo. My husband is Walter White, yo. Uh-huh. He told me everything.
Which, if you think about it, is very understandable. Her mundane, boring husband now is in some way affiliated with a drug addict former student of his. Now that is the main point I want to get across, is that Skylar's actions are mostly understandable. An extreme, now she goes to some extremes, like sleeping with another man, that being Ted,
I fucked Ted.
which she does as an act of empowerment due to Walt forcing himself back into the family home, which Skylar wanted him out of, thus an understandable action, which is further backed up by the fact Walt at this point has done so much worse. Of course, literally selling drugs and ruining the lives of hundreds of thousands of people, possibly even leading to fatalities, but also kill people himself, and exploit and abuse his partner Jesse, which continues to do so not just for this season but the rest of the show. Now, another thing she does for Walt is help him via covering up his drug dealing and how he's made so much money, whether lying to Hank and Marie by saying he's a massive gambler, to encouraging him to launder his money via buying the car wash, or telling him directly that spouses cannot be forced to defend against each other. Despite all this, Walt is still seen to have control, power over Skylar, whether in the I am the one who not speech.
Not in danger, Skyler. I am the danger. A guy opens his door and gets shot, and you think that of me? No. I am the one who knocks.
What she just mentions to Walt maybe go to the police because of the danger he's in. He also literally tries to rape Skylar, in which he would have went through with it unless Skylar had forced him to stop. If this was Walter later on in the show, I have no doubt it would have become much more forceful and violent. And in the episode Ozymandias, we get one of the show's best scenes in which Walt and Skylar fight, in which Skylar is finally able to stand up for herself and fight back against Walt. The scene even having Walt not take her seriously until she attacks him with the knife.
Word. Get out of here. Now.
Skyler.
Get out!
And we get this moment in which it's made very obvious Skylar is in the right.
What the hell is wrong with you? We're a family!
Walter making himself worse by kidnapping the baby in a very tense and emotional scene, where we get to see the horror of Skylar's child being kidnapped right in front of her. Skylar powerless to do anything.
No! Let her go! You can't take her! Let go, please! You can't take her! Let her go! Please!
And in her final scene, while it's shown as this kind of redemption moment for Walt, Skylar is able to be the one who comes out on top, in my opinion, as she is finally able to get Walt to admit the reason he did what he did.
You did it for me. I liked it. I was good at it.
So, in conclusion, while Skylar isn't really a perfectly moral character, nobody is in the show. Whether Hank's racism, Marie being a kleptomaniac, Saul Goodman being almost as bad as Walt, etc., etc., she is still somewhat justified in her actions due to her highly emotional state, and come to terms with her husband being a monster, who's this almost merchant of death and destruction. And while she can be annoying, in my opinion, she is still a normal human being at the end of the day, who did what had to be done given her situation and the circumstances she found herself in.